Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Channel 5 newscast. I'm Carla Berridge. The Ministry of Agriculture has outlined plans to achieve goals in all areas during the hosting of the 2024 Agriculture Work Plan presentation on Tuesday, guided by the theme Agricultural Transformation for a Sustainable Island State. Held at the conference room in Lagreet, representatives from each department in the ministry shared their individual goals. For the crops program, Ian Chapman, crops program leader, spoke of new crops and practices to be employed.
Our goal for the crops program is to provide efficient and effective services to farmers and other stakeholders involved in the agricultural sector, ensuring food security and food safety. Our objectives. One of our main objectives this year is the establishment of orchards. As you're aware, we have just received some planting material, tissue culture from St. Vincent, namely bananas and pineapples. We will do continuous improvement of crop-related products for improved crop production. As you're aware, this is a key element for us, because without good planting material and good products, we cannot achieve the yields that we want to achieve as relates to targeting our food reduction in Port Bell.
Meanwhile, Livestock Program Leader Dr. Kofi Sylvester highlighted the department's aim to have more young persons involved in the food sector with a heightened focus on beekeeping.
So our goal this year is to increase the production and the productivity and the sustainability of the livestock sector through quality veterinary care and services, improving the genetic pool, animal husbandry, and promoting food safety. Our objectives this year is to increase and broaden the knowledge of farmers through staff training, to continue to offer timely and improved veterinary services, to generate an interest in animal and agriculture in the younger generation. One of the department's main goals this year is to also have persons and the younger generation more interested in animals and agriculture by the general exposure. We're introducing and developing the framework for apiculture and highlighting the significance of bees. We do have a small bee network. We have a high demand for local honey. And we really are trying to get back to that point where we're producing a lot of honey to meet the local demand and really have people understand that bees isn't something to be generally afraid of. It's a welcoming thing, but the crop side is really good for pollination. And there are a lot of benefits to honey and bees within the Federation. We want to get to there.
Fisheries Assistant Karim Sadler explained that new fishing aggregating devices called FADs will be used and new technologies employed in the Fisheries Department.
What we want to introduce are smaller scale submerged FADs. What is different is that the construction methodology allows for smaller vessels to maneuver and deploy these FADs. So we want to introduce some of these here. Now, because the shadow of the FAD, as it were, the impact area would be much smaller, they have resorted to deploying them in clusters. And so we want to replicate something like this here. One of our colleagues from Nevis, who traveled to Japan last year, helped me to understand that this same technology is now being used in Japan as well, to minimize the cost, the overall cost of construction and logistics with regards to the deployment and the installation of these submarines.
Lamenting on the lack of proper structuring for agriculture production in the Federation since sugar production, Minister of Agriculture Honorable Samuel Duggins spoke of untouched places that will be areas of focus.
One of the areas we have not touched on much is the exotic animal area and exotic plants. That is a huge area waiting to be developed. Exotic fish, exotic birds, exotic flowers. All of these things we are talking about. And I thought Director Thompson would have injected that when he spoke about aquaculture. Because one of the things that we discussed when we went to Florida was the idea of how we could use those systems to rear exotic fish. Because the US buys millions of dollars of exotic fish that they fly in, even in some cases from as far as Taiwan. So if we can rear them here, being just merely hours away, what do you think the possibility is?
He added that this agriculture work plan presentation is in alignment with the goal to achieve a 25% reduction in the food import bill by 2025.